So I'm gonna press against it and swing the arm around and see if we can hit it. Hey, that somewhat worked. There we go. Oh, it's actually shifting the weight. Wait a minute. That works. Oh, catch yourself. No, we broke the flipper off. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Rover Builder. And yes folks, we are back. You guys enjoyed the first episode of the Rover Builder series. If you missed that episode, I'm going to flash it in the top right corner. And what Rover Builder is, it is basically a game pretty much like Besiege. It's a rover building game where you can put together your rover and you have to tackle these different challenges that the game gives you. And we actually did the first two missions last episode, and we did check out mission 3 briefly. But I realized that my rover is probably not going to be able to complete it. Let's go ahead and jump into it real quick, and I'll show you guys again what the mission is. We've got our rover. This looks like the... Is this the correct rover? Hold on, let's check. This looks like the rover that we built from the last episode. It looks a little bit different. Maybe this is the skinnier rover. But regardless, we can go ahead and hit go here. And we're going to go out to the little telepad here. And we're going to go ahead and go out to the mission. Now, this mission is fairly straightforward. Now, what it is, we've got this environment here, pretty open. There's a couple little boulders you have to avoid. So I think, fundamentally, our design is pretty decent. I think we did make it a bit taller than our first design. So I would say this is like Camodo Rover version 2. But we come up to this wall, and obviously, we are not heavy enough to take this thing down. So we're going to have to make some design changes real quick in order to get this wall down. I kind of want to make like a battering ram or something, so let's go back into the garage real quick and let's take care of this. Alright, so here we are back in the garage. There's a couple changes that I do want to make. Obviously, we've got that big wall to contend with, and I think something with maybe... I think we have the max amount of power here. Let's go ahead and check our wheels. Yeah, these have the max velocity. I don't know if maybe adding a couple wheels to drive forward, maybe making something like a 6-wheel beast here, maybe that would work. So we might break off a couple more wheels here. And plus, I need to fix this little piece from the last episode. I thought I was missing, or I thought maybe a piece broke off, but it's actually a part of the frame that I messed up. So another thing, what you know, we're probably going to cut this frame off, this top frame. This was just to try to make it look somewhat like a, I guess, something that could be piloted by a human, like a little roll cage, but we're actually gonna make like a battering ram, or maybe something like a bat on top of it. So we need to build a bit of a frame for this, and I kind of learned some of this from the tutorial. So we're gonna start off here, and about like that, and you can use these motors here. So we'll take the motors, let's set them up about right here, and here. I wonder if they need to be down. Maybe something like that. And we're going to make like a long arm on it to try to run into that wall. So I'm either thinking that's going to work, or we might actually just put like a battering ram here in the front. I would probably attach it to the bottom frame here. So we're going to do probably both right now. So let's go ahead and slow down this motor a bit. Some of this is a bit too high. So let's go down to about... Let's try 61 RPM. It's kind of hard to adjust it like right to 60. I'm one of those people that when I see numbers, I want them to be somewhat even. Let's go 58. 58 works. So let's go 58 there. And do we go 58? We'll have to get the bottom one here too. So we'll do that, and we'll start to create some sort of frame. Alright, so as far as a bumper here, before we do our little swinging bat, I do want to create a bit of a buffer here in the front. I don't want it to poke out too far because the terrain is really, really bumpy there. Somebody did suggest that I add suspension to the front, and that's not off the table, definitely. But we're going to try to get away with just doing a little bit of a ram right here. So, well, I know there's a mirror mode in here. I haven't really played with the mirrored mode to see how well it works. Let's go ahead and go like this. And let's do a cross beam here. It's just going to be a very simple bumper. So if we want to run into this going fairly fast, hopefully that won't break it off. And that's not attached to the arm that moves, that actually steers. So I've got that. We're going to add the 2 wheels in the back, and we're going to add the arm. We might just be doing way too much work for nothing, But at least in the end, I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Now, do I want to mount the, kind of want to mount the tires, the extra set up towards the front here. We're really gonna make this thing look quite ridiculous. Obviously they need to stick on the suspension. You know, we might get rid of this piece here and we'll move it up. So like here, here, and here. And then we'll move the actual, let's go forward just a bit for the other. I hope the frame doesn't, or the suspension doesn't compress downward and interrupt the main frame, but I think we're gonna be pretty good. So let's go down like that. Let's do one here. I think that's gonna be, that might not be enough room. We might have to go out a little bit further in order to get these 4 wheels in here. Alright, so from an engineering standpoint, I don't know if this even makes sense. Let's add a little crossbeam here. I did add the extra set of tires. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. It might actually keep it from bottoming out just a bit. So we're going to add a crossbeam here. And this whole arm is, or this whole back section is still separate. So I do believe if we add a couple more springs here and maybe attach it to the main frame right here and here, this should still move freely. Or this whole back section. Let's go ahead and set it down real quick and see what it does. Yeah, it still looks like it's moving a bit. So we got that. We might adjust the springs a little bit, maybe make them a bit softer. But we're gonna try working with this. I just hope that the front steering's still adequate enough for the back now, since the back is a bit bulkier. I guess we could go with a full-on 6-wheel steering too if we wanted to. Alright, so we are ready for the next piece. We're gonna make a big arm here, something like a bat. I don't know how efficient these motors are, so this might not work. What we're gonna do it on each side, so it's gonna have quite a bit of leverage here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing out a little bit of a test here. Okay, does it still drive is the question. Oh yeah, still getting along. You can definitely see that the top arm is loose. I don't know how efficient that back suspension setup is. It does look like it's compressing a little bit in a weird manner. Let's see, does our arm work? Our arm does work. We might actually speed that up. And I still think we're gonna have to add some sort of weapon to the end of that. But I'm glad to see that the weight all being forward is really not a big issue. So let's go ahead and make a couple more quick adjustments here. Alright, gonna do a little bit more bracing here and we should be good to go. I did speed up the motors. We're gonna add something to the end of it. And I'm not really sure what that something is gonna be. Let's go ahead and add that to the frame. Might beef this frame up just a bit. There we go. We're gonna add, let's add just a big ball to the end of this. Alright, well, I am coming for you. Oh, this thing is a bit more wobbly than I thought it would be. Okay, let's go and correct the bat. That bat is actually bigger. Once you get into the environment, it's bigger than it looks. Okay, so our suspension design is a bit off. It's gonna need to be definitely more rigid if we get to the next challenges, which I think there's a couple more like environment challenges, not something where you have to have something functional, but more you have to have a pretty awesome vehicle. So let's go here. Alright, here we are. We are at the wall. I wonder if we should just kind of line up sideways against this. I don't know what the most efficient way is. We'll kind of like pitch backwards, kind of like a golf club, and see if we can knock forward. I wonder if this is going to have enough momentum to do this. Let's go ahead and kind of bounce into the wall real quick. We almost moved that with our bumper. So I'm going to press against it and swing the arm around and see if we can hit it. Hey, that somewhat worked. You know, it almost feels like the arm needs to be a bit longer. It would have more reach if we were angled on the side. There it goes. Alright. Needs another good pluck there. And swing it around like a golf club. Okay. It's not bad. I feel like we could have done that a little bit better if we were like along the side of it. But let's see if we can just drive over these rocks now. This question, do we still have a rock crawler here? Look at that. Look at those 6 wheels just climb over. It's doing a pretty decent job. Oh, come on. Clear the way. I'm gonna have to use my arm here to try to shimmy myself out of this. Ooh, I seem to be stuck on these rocks. That is something that I overlooked. Okay, come on. Come on. No! Okay, we might be using this arm for something else. Let's see if we can tip this thing. Oh, we are completely tipped over. Let's see if I can use my arm to kind of shimmy us over a bit here. This is one thing I didn't think about. What happens when you move the rocks? You screw yourself up and get yourself stuck upside down. All right, let's approach that differently. All right, we're back at the wall here. We're gonna do the approach that I mentioned earlier. So we're gonna park beside this thing. Even though that front bumper kind of did a pretty decent job at knocking it down, and we're gonna hit it from this side. So in theory, the arm's gonna hang over the side more, so we're closer to the wall. So let's do a bit of a wind up. We won't actually lock into place. Here we go, wind up, and the pitch. Boom! Come on! Just kind of slowly hack away at it. We're moving the whole wall. This thing probably just doesn't have enough power here. Come on, wall. Come on, there we go. Uh-oh, looks like we broke a piece. Okay, we might need to soften this thing up. Let's go ahead and go with the frontal approach. Probably should have just made the straight battering ram here and just ran the front end like that. Yeah, 'cause that seems to be a lot more efficient than the swinging arm that I'm trying here. All right, question is, we need to avoid what we did last time and getting stuck. So I need to clear out. Should have created maybe probably like a plow, like a bulldozer plow. All right, arm, do not get stuck. Let's go ahead, adjust over. Oh, that was a lot more cleaner that time. Yeah, there's a couple different ways, and that's what I do like about this game. There's different ways you can approach that. Maybe next time we should have built something like just a full-on dump truck or something. But anyways, objective is completed. I think that was pretty decent. That might need a little bit more work on that arm design, but let's go ahead and go to the next mission real quick and check it out. All right, so mission 4, this doesn't look too bad. It's just another straight checkpoint mission. There's gotta be a trick to this. Those cliffs are probably a lot bigger than they seem. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the mission. And we're gonna grab just one of our previous designs. I don't think the arm design is a good idea to grab, even though I do kind of like the 6 wheels on it. Let's go back to our first design, and this is the one from the last episode. Let's go ahead, do that. Let's go ahead and complete this. And let's just go look at the challenge real quick. All right, here we are in mission 4. This doesn't look so bad. Okay, so, all right, we got a cliff here. It's gonna be some rock crawling stuff, or maybe some downhill stuff. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, oh. All right, okay, let's see. Let's just go ahead and edge off this one. Oh no, that is much steeper than I thought it was. Oh boy, okay. Question is the next cliff looks even steeper. I see where they get you on this one. All right, let's go ahead and restart here, and we're gonna try it again with the basic design. I have a feeling we might need to make some sort of flipper mechanism, because I think it's pretty inevitable that you're gonna flip over during this challenge. All right, here we are, back for another try. We're gonna try with the default buggy. Now that I know what happens here, let's see if there's any way we can even counter this. All right, so that's off the first cliff. So second cliff, this takes a steep dive. I don't wonder if just going off slow, since we're so long, maybe the back end will catch about like, oh, yeah. All right, it is gonna be back to the drawing board with this. Let's go ahead and we're gonna use this as a base, and we're gonna work off of it. Okay, so since those cliffs are really, really far down, I feel like we're gonna make an extension. Whereas the first buggy that we play with today, we actually added wheels to the front, or actually to this midsection here. We're gonna add them behind. And I think making this buggy long enough to where it reaches, and always trying to have like the wheels in contact with the ground, I think this is gonna be awesome and maybe work, or this is just gonna look ridiculous, one or the other. I would like to have a flipper mechanism, like something where if we get stuck, we can just tip ourselves back over. Something similar to the arm that we had before, but almost like the other direction. Let me think about this for a second, and we'll see what I can come up with. Okay, so since we're dealing with quite a long rover, Normally, like say if I'm playing Scrap Mechanic, I'd have a flipper. If the vehicle flips over, 2 long poles would flip the vehicle like vertically. Well, since this is so long, I think we're just gonna make a crossbar, which I built a little T kind of bar here with some supports. And we're gonna have like a long crossbar that goes sideways. So I could probably just click D or A and tip it over and roll it back over, opposed to trying to do it like almost vertically. So let's see, we've got like a little T-joint here. Let's go ahead and make this go out to here. Let's shove a motor right here. This is gonna look almost kind of awkward. Like, it's not gonna look the greatest, but I think this is gonna get the job done. You know what, let's go ahead and start that again. Let's go kind of like how we had our bat. Let's make sure we have enough room here for 1, 2 motors. And all it is gonna be, it's just gonna be an arm. And I know it's gonna look a little odd, so something like that. That could be long enough. We might even go a little bit longer, because this is gonna need to be able to completely flip us over. My question is it gonna have enough strength to actually flip us over? So let's do something like that. So if that were to flip over, hopefully that would actually carry us. Let's go ahead and add a little extension here, almost like having a little support here. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna map these to A and D. So in theory, if this thing tips over, we should be able to just roll ourselves back. It's just now a question of, does this thing have the structural integrity to make it? We'll have to see there. Alright, here we go, ready for the challenge again. Now, we're going to try to take this actually fairly fast, because we are a bit longer. I can picture high centering on the edge of these cliffs, so we're going to go for some speed here. There's the first one. Okay, this is the cliff that flips us over. Let's see if it does the same thing. Oh, it didn't! Alright, so being long... Oh, we did lose some parts. So, what did we lose? Oh, no, we don't have steering anymore. Okay, so that bumper bottomed out. Ooh. Yeah, we really don't have steering. We're not going to be able to make it to the finish. Let's go ahead and drive off this cliff real quick and check it out. There we go. Okay, let's test this flipper mechanism. Is this a thing? Does this... Oh, it actually works! Ah, okay, it needs a bit more power. It's lifting, but I think it needs that initial punch a bit more. We might add a square end to it. But I feel like this is going to work. So, 2 areas of improvement. This steering mechanism, which I'm just gonna go ahead and round off the bumper to give it some more support, and we'll speed up the motors for the flipper. But other than that, this actually feels like a decent design. Alright, here we go. Remember folks, we're gonna try to keep this a little bit fast here so we do not high center. So let's go over the first one. There we go, good. I worry about that extension on that front bumper on this next little drop here, so let's go over it. Ooh. Did we make it? Did we lose any parts? Okay, the bumper, part of it broke off. Alright, now here comes the big boy. This is the problem spot here. Actually, you know what? I feel like we're gonna get stuck on that end. Let's go and back off here. I wonder if, how long we are, can we, you know, we should probably just make a ridiculously long vehicle. That way when we fall off, the front wheels catch. And the back wheels will still be up on the cliff here. There we go. Don't high center on me. No, buddy. Okay. You know what? We might need to use this flipper for something else. There we go. Oh, it's actually shifting the weight. Wait a minute. That works. Oh, catch yourself. No. We broke the flipper off. No. I stuck the flipper out to try to actually grab the creation, and it broke it off. All right. That might work. Let's go ahead and reset back to the start there. That was something. That last cliff's a bit of a doozy. Alright, here we go again. We're going to try to actually not catch ourselves with the flipper this time. I think we actually would have made it last time if we wouldn't have done that. So here we go over the first little cliff here. Try not to break off any pieces. And this cliff is a little bit of a challenge, but if we can get our front wheels to... Nope, nope, nope. Oh, that was so close. You know, this is actually a very good thing to be long. Come on. Come on, I need some grip on. Shift the weight. There we go. Okay, so we made it down this cliff. Now here comes the big boy. And actually, let's try it over here. I like the way this lip looks. Looks like maybe we could... Can we wedge a tire down there? Oh, there's actually a little rock that we might be able to land on. Hold on, we might be able to get down this fairly easy. Let's go and try this. No, are you kidding me? The game just popped the tire right off. It just went boop and shot off. I actually think it shot off the side. Alright, that is a viable strategy though. There's a rock there that we might be able to get our front wheels on. If not, we'll try the normal approach. Alright, here we go. Pray we do not lose a front tire this time. I feel pretty confident with this design. It is a bit slinky, I would say slinky if that's even a thing. But I do think this has actually got potential. Oh, let's not flip ourselves over here too soon. There we go. Uh-oh. Did we dig in? Okay, one cool thing I figured out about the flipper. This flipper does actually shift the weight. And you can use it to replant the back wheels, which is actually a kind of an unintended thing. Okay, what do I need to do here? Do we need to speed this off, or I kind of think that maybe the rock, that one that's over to the left side, might be kind of good to maybe try to land on it, or we could just go for it here. You know what? We're gonna go for it here. Okay, here we go. I have the flipper ready. Here we go. Come on, flipper, go up, flipper. Are you kidding me? Come on. Oh, you gotta tip us over. There it goes, the flipper worked. I mean, it somewhat worked. It didn't flip me over as fast as I wanted to, but we made it. Folks, we made it. Okay, we gotta edge over. We got a couple more little obstacles to get over here. There we go. And we are clean. Yes, that was awesome. Actually, what's this little gear icon? Is that just a reward? Maybe it's a gold star or something, or a gold gear. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that's actually really rewarding to build. Alright, we're going to take a real quick look at the next mission just to see what it's like. We'll go ahead and pull out the last rover. Actually, we'll pull out our default rover and check it out real quick and see what the mission is. Alright, according to this, oh, this is a collection mission. Yeah, we don't have any rovers that are close to this. So apparently, we're going to have to build some sort of crane and or lift, maybe like a forklift. And we'll have to collect these boxes. Let's just go ahead and just take a quick look at it, and we'll probably have to save it for the next episode, so let's go ahead and do this. We are going to go ahead and pull out of the garage here and just take a quick peek at it. But anyways, folks, if you do want to see more Rover Builder on the channel, let me know in the comments below. I think this is a really early Rover. The steering mechanism's much smaller. I think we grabbed the wrong one. But yeah, we will probably return to this on the channel. Let me know down in the comments below what types of rovers you want to see. We might do a bit of like sandbox, even though there isn't a dedicated sandbox to the game, but might build some unique rovers. And oh, it's just the one box? Okay, actually the box has got a hole in it, so you could use like a forklift type system to try to grab those, and then we have to move it over to the teleporter. So yeah, we'll probably say that for the next episode. But anyways, folks, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support on the Rover Builder series. Be sure to check out the first episode if you missed it. It will be in the top right corner and description. And if you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you guys next time on Rover Builder. Thank you.